Good evening, everybody. So the topic today is stress. How stress, the different kinds of stressors in our life, and how it affects our life, and what are the techniques we can use to come out of this stress, and where we can feel better about ourselves. So that is what it is. And stress is actually a part and parcel of our life. We can have good stresses, which is needed for us to do work and to function and to give us the push. And at the same time, when the stress becomes too much, and then it becomes something which is not effective, and it is going to affect our health, and that is when we fall sick and it affects our body, and we get various kinds of illness. So the fact is, first of all, we must become aware of our stresses, and we should know how to deal with them. Once we are able to understand our stresses and how to deal with it, then we are able to manage our stress very well. So that's the most important thing. It's not that we cannot say that I won't get stressed. We do get stressed in the present condition, in our present situations, like even now in the COVID, we can get stressed, but it is only becoming aware of those stresses and working with stress. So when we are stressed out, when the stress is a good stress, there's no problem. We are able to function very well and do things better, and we are going to benefit. But when the stress becomes something which is going to affect our health, what happens to it? Our body sends those signals, and then our sympathetic nervous systems sends in the messages. So our body gets prepared for whatever we need to do. It's like, for the flight fight syndrome. So we have heartbeats, we have palpitation, we have the stresses, the tension in the muscles and everything, where we are prepared, when the body is preparing to go and do something. So now this is for a particular short period when the body secretes adrenal, and it prepares you for that action. So that action, maybe many years before, it was only when people went for fighting and had to flight or fright, that that kind of syndrome. It's lasted for a short period, and the body helped you to deal with it. Either you ran away from a situation, or you stood and fought in the situation. But now most of our stresses are caught of it's perceived kind of stress, and it is with us for a long time. We keep thinking about it. Is more in our mind than actually outside, and so our body doesn't know whether we are really stressed out, or it is some imagination for us. But the body is made in such a way that it starts secreting the adrenal, and there is a heartbeat, and there is going to be the tension in the muscles and things like that, and your body loses its balance of being in equilibrium, and that is when it affects our system, and we fall ill. So that is in short. So what can we do? So there are ways to deal with the stress: mind, body, the mind, the thought, and our emotions. We can deal it at different levels. So when we look at our body, the one thing which brings our body back into balance is our breath. So the moment we connect to our breath, our body comes back to in balance. So what we can do to get back to get into that state is, we are stressed out. It's like, having a mindful breathing, which is so important. And when you start off, you can consciously connect your breath every hour, or every you can keep a kind of alarm or something to connect your breath, because breath is something which we do not connect to on a daily basis. When you look at it, when we do our pranayam or yoga, we are connected to the breath. Otherwise, we just have shallow kind of breathing, and we carry on. So what we need to do is connect to our breath. So when you are stressed out, automatically we connect to our breath. So what you can do is, you can keep one hand in your heart and one hand in your stomach, and you can take deep breaths. And as you breathe in, you'll find the abdomen rise and an abdomen fall. So once you connect to this breath of yours, as you feel the abdomen rise and fall, you feel a kind of a balance with it. And you keep your hand in your heart. You feel the heart beat also. and you can just absorb how is your breath. You need have to change the way you breathe or anything like that. Just for a minute, you just connect to the breath and feel how you are breathing. You just breathe up and down. And as you breathe in and breathe out, your body gets into that balance and you feel more relaxed. And you can do it for a minute anywhere you are. Doesn't matter where you are. You keep doing that, and immediately you get back into balance. Another thing which you can do is holding both your arms, your palms like this, where both the palms touch each other, and there's a kind of an energy exchange from both the hands, and you can keep it near your chest. Again, you can close your eyes, and as you keep it near your chest, you feel the heartbeat, and you can breathe in and breathe out. Again, you absorb the breath as it goes up and down, and as you keep both these palms, you find that the energy. You can feel that tingling, you can feel the pulse, you can feel the hands energy moving from one hand to another, and you are come back into awareness. And as you do this also, you are back into awareness, and you feel a sense of calmness within yourself. So the moment you feel the calmness within yourself, your body is in balance. So your outside, whatever is the stress, is not that is affecting you. It is what you feel inside. So most of our stress work is working on our inside and not from the outside. So the moment you do this, you get back into balance. You can do this a number of times in a day, and you feel at the end of the day, you actually feel energized, and you don't feel tired and drained out with the stress which we carry. Another thing you can do is for the body, physical body, is shake off your stresses. You can just do your hands, legs, face. You can just do like that, and that gives that movement, and the energy flows, and so you feel a little bit relaxed. So this is also something you can do. Like you have seen dogs, animals shaking themselves very often. So this is what they do. When they shake themselves, they actually feel good. So we need to do that. Stretch our hands, stretch our shoulder, move your head. So this is what you can do. Stretch like that. When you do that stretching and all that, you actually feel good. So this is one way of throwing out the stress and getting back into balance. This is all for your body. And other than that, you have walking, running, exercise, yoga, which we can do regularly, and that really helps in dealing with the stress. Now, the next one is we go into the mental, the mind. So our mind, most of the times our thought process gives us a lot of stress. So first of all, to do with that is like accepting, like it's a little meditation. So I can take you all through a small short meditation where you can observe your thought every day, how you think and what you feel. So that is a very important thing to do. Like watch your thought. When you can just quietly sit also for a small minute and watch your thought, because many of the times we are not aware of what we think during the day. We just mechanically go about doing things, and we are not very much aware of what we think and how our thought is creating our stresses. So it's nice to sit and watch your thought. What is it that you are thinking, and how it is affecting your eyes. So you can close your eyes, take a deep breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, imagine yourself you're getting up on a typical day. When you first wake up, what are your typical thoughts? Are you grateful to be alive and excited about your day? Or are you neutral? Now become aware of your thoughts as you go about doing your day's work, as you're getting ready to work, as you're doing your work at home. What kind of thoughts you have? And as you go into the mirror and dress up, Just watch your thought. What are you thinking and looking at the mirror? How do you react when you look at your co-workers and other members at home? What are your thoughts? And when you're having lunch, just observe what is your thought. When you're eating food, how do you think? Is this food giving me health? Is this food making me sick? Am I overeating? Just observe what is your thought. Then become aware of your typical thoughts during the entire day, during the later part of the day, how you are. What are your usual last thoughts as you go to bed? Is it a thought which is making you feel good? Is it positive? Is it thoughts which nourish you? So you just absorb your thoughts and you understand what is it, your typical thoughts during the day. So your thoughts create a lot of stress. If thoughts which is making you, which are positive, it's going to make you feel good. But if you have thoughts which is negative, definitely it's going to stress your body, and you are going to affect your health, is going to get affected. And there are so many of our thoughts which is repeated thoughts. We have the same thoughts, we keep repeating. So we need to look into our thoughts. So to work on the thoughts, you can always do some mirror work, some affirmations to work with your because your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions creates those behaviors which we do. So it's so important to observe our thoughts. So that is one way of dealing with your stress. Again, that is an inside job. Then we have a whole lot of then becoming self awareness and acceptance is another way to deal with your stresses. So you can do affirmations, understand what is this. I mean, there are a lot of little exercises to go, mindful practices to understand about this self awareness. Then there's a lot of emotions which create a lot of stress. Now emotions are something which we it's created even with our thoughts and what is we see outside. So we need to get aware of what emotions we are going through. If the emotions are positive, then it's going to secrete dopamine and positive hormones to build health. But if your emotions are negative, then it's definitely going to give adrenaline. So there is one healing technique which is which we can do to help with our emotions. So you have your fingers, these 5 fingers. So when you look at it, it's called FAST. So this is FAST, and this is for W. So when you look at it, this W is for worry. These are all the emotions you call worry, and F is fear, and this is anger, and this is sadness, and this is like tension, trying hard. So all these creates stress in our body. So what you can do, it's a healing technique which you can use. So you need to just hold it. You just need to hold this hand and connect with that emotion worry. So the moment you connect with the emotion worry and just close your eyes and keep holding it and connect to your body. And as you connect, you will find one kind of calmness which comes within yourself. And it doesn't take much time, it just takes a few minutes. And then you just be with that. So supposing you have a strong emotion and you want to deal with it like sadness, then you take this finger, sadness, and do it. Supposing you are trying hard and you're not reaching something as giving you some stress, you can hold this finger. Supposing you have fear, you have something to look into and you have to address and you have fear, then you just connect to that. And then you have anger. Anger is something which we all feel anytime, even some irritation and you cannot express. So then you can hold this and do it. So you can even do it for all the fingers. It hardly takes 5 minutes. You can just hold it for few minutes and then hold the other hand for few minutes, few seconds. Then you go to the next one, hold for few seconds, and you hold the next one, and you hold the next one. So like that. And you can also use the other hands like this hand, all the fingers. So this is something which you can easily do, and it makes you feel better, because the more you feel calmer and better from within, the outside you can deal with very efficiently. So it is more of the inner work. You can't change the outside world, you can't expect what you want from the outside. But when you are calm within, you can deal with anything outside very effectively. So these techniques really help. So when you hold it and you do, and this is very very simple, and you can easily do it. So that is one of the techniques. So what all we have done, we have got breathing exercise we can do. We can do little bit of mindful practice. You can shake off your stresses. Then you can do your this, you can connect to your breath and do. Another thing which we can do is, like, sometimes we are troubled with so much of thoughts, and we don't know what to do. I mean even if you don't want to think, those thoughts keep coming up and up, and then you just don't know what to do. So what you can do is, you can do it you can keep doing a little bit of then actually you feel better, you feel more calmer, and you can deal with things better. Another thing which you can do is, like, this is the front portion where you keep thinking a lot, and it is, so you can hold it like this, put your cup it like this, hold it, and then me you can do. So when you do that, your thoughts, you get back, your mind becomes a little clear, and you get some clarity. So you can do you. And this is, you can even do it like students when they study for a long time and they don't know what they really want to relax. This is the best way to do. They can do that and they can do this, and the breathing, and it works wonderfully. You can really become very nice. And another thing which you can do is hum is something which you can really use it when we go to bed at night. Sometimes we're not getting sleep, and too many thoughts keep coming in our head, and we try, array, I'm not falling asleep. So that time you can do hum. Hum is a very nice thing to do, because hum is a sound which is universal sound, and even as babies we have heard our mothers doing it to us. So our subconscious mind is very familiar with that hum sound. So what you can do is, you can do humming. What is humming? You can just close your eyes and do So this is a hum. So when you keep doing it, your mind becomes more calm, like shant, it will become, and then you can fall asleep, or you can do something. If you want to read a book and you want to concentrate, you can do it. Anything you want. After that, you are more open and more calmer and peaceful to do. It's very, very thing. Then after that, we have this to-do list. Most of the times when we have this to-do list, is something which gives us a lot of stress. We have a huge list made, and we say, this you have to do, this you have to do, so have to do. So when we do that, have to do itself gives us a lot of stress. So what you need to do is, put it that I could do it. So when you tell I could do it, you're giving yourself the choice. Yes, I can do it. And then you know when to do it. I can do it now, I can do it later, I can put it off. So when you have those lists, have it as A, B, C. A is something you have to do it. So you need to take the time and do it. Because when we look at our to-do list and you look at it at the end of the day, we would have definitely done only the important things. The others and all, we would have not done, because we would have not thought it is important. It is not important. And during the day, when we start in the morning, by afternoon we'll say, this is not important today, so we'll do it later. But when we do the to-do list in the morning, you just absorb, I've got so much to do, and you are so worried and you are so stressed out, and then you start the day, my God, मेरे को बहुत काम है आज, I don't know whether I'll be able to finish it. And we have all these kind of statements which gives us a lot of stress. So when you're making the list in the night before going to bed, or when you're getting up in the morning, however your habit is, you make it as A, to do, B is not important, so important, and C is not at all important. So your mind gets the message okay, there's only this much to do and I can easily do it. And probably when you do like that, you might even do the B and C, you'll have enough time and you'll be more calmer and all that will get done. So the priority and another thing happens is when you have it written like this, you will not go and do things like C and B, and then at the end of the day you say, my God, the important thing आज मैं किया ही नहीं, and मेरा time went off in doing all sorts of unnecessary things, and that creates a lot of stress in us. So when you have it put in paper, first of all, once you put it in paper, it is out of your head. So you're not stressed out and you are feeling more calmer because you're seeing it in paper, you're not thinking it. Otherwise, what happens? We have long list in our head and that creates a lot of stress. So no list in our head. The list is in the paper. The moment you see it in the paper, then you are more calmer, you are more better to handle the situation, and then in that you have which is important to be done, so that will get done. The other things can be done or not done, so that is so important to do this ABC to do list. And then another thing, so that is with your mind, so when you do it, it really helps. Another thing which we all make a mistake and have issues is in communication. So when you communicate also, we create a lot of stress when we talk to people and we want get to things done. Like we depend on somebody to do something for us and that person doesn't do, and then we get a lot of irritation. And so then we are not able to communicate, and then it creates a lot of problem. So there is one method in communication which is called there are two one is the verb. There are two kinds of communication. One is either is an aggressive communication, doesn't work, and the one is the non-verbal kind, that also is not going to work, because that way of communication is either the person doesn't do any work and you're angry. Then what happens is internally you go on think, what I do, nobody listens to me, I have to do all the work, I am taken for a ride, I am treated as a doormat. So these are all the things which will go into your head because somebody didn't listen to you or respect you or do work for you. So that is creating stress and it's not going to take you anywhere. It's only going to give you a lot of hillel. Another kind of communication is you become aggressive and you scream and you shout. That is also not going to take you anywhere, because at the end of the day you're going to feel miserable, and the person whom you have interacted also is going to feel good, and you're not achieving anything. So what you need to do is you need to have a communication where it is where you first of all you describe. It is called a communication where you describe, you express, and you specify, and the consequences. So when you follow that kind of communication, it works out very well. And for that mostly when you communicate, it is first of all you describe what is the thing you want. Then you express. When you do the expression is you take it from the space of I want. It's from your space it is coming. So that person who is listening also will understand. And then after that it is specified. Whatever is it you need to specify. And then the consequences. So sometimes you give somebody some work and it is not done. So you start off with first of all describing. I told you and this is it. And then express. You say I was not heard, or I was made to wait, or whatever is the thing is, I took my time off to attend to this and then you didn't respond. So you are expressing your thing. Then after that specify. So it is next time is what needs to be taken care of the next time. And then after that the consequences. Like if it's not done, then I would go ahead doing whatever it is. So we need to remember this. The describe, the express, specify, and consequences. And in all communication, when you are able to do this, even with kids, with your subordinates, with anybody, this works very well. And when you express what you want and you tell from your space what I need, the communication works better, and then it doesn't give you that kind of stress. Okay. So what did we'll briefly sum up what we did, what not we said. And many times when we are stressed out, sometimes we are feeling bad and we don't know that people have not heard us, and then you get irritated, and then you feel emotionally upset, and then you just don't know what to do. So there's another healing technique which works very well. It's called Ho'oponopono. Now you go online, you'll get a lot of information. It just got 4 words: I love you, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you. It's not for the other person at all. It is for you to bring in your own balance within yourself. So supposing you are in a situation where you're not, it is not good, and you feel trouble and you don't know how to handle it, then in your own mental mind you can say, I love you, I'm sorry, I forgive you. And then when you keep doing that, that outside, that energy or whatever is happening gets changed. And works a lot, because I have done it a many times, and it really helps. Like if you're standing in a queue and you're feeling really irritated, frustrated, it's not necessary to get agitated and worked up. Or if you're in a traffic jam, I mean, especially when you're traffic jam, there is a lot of stress happening. Traffic jams, when you're driving the car, and when somebody overtakes you, and then they don't follow rules. Our immediate reaction is, as a driver, to get irritated and angry and shout. That person who's driving anyway cannot hear, because you're inside your car with your shutters up. So it is only you who is creating that irritation within you. And then if somebody rings you up, or somebody talks to you, and your immediate thing is to snap. So and the other person is wondering what has happened. I have not done anything, and here you're snapping at me. So that is when you need to, this works. So you can just chant within yourself, I love you, I'm sorry, I forgive you. And that really helps to bring back the balance. So anywhere you're standing, when you're driving the car, and it really helps a lot. And connecting to your breath is the most important thing. So anywhere, if you are troubled and you are in one thing, you just connect to your breath, and it really works a lot. You just breathe in and breathe out, and it gets back into whatever you're doing. Then another thing which we can do is, we have this like in our we have the chakras, the different chakras in our system. So now that it is a very important thing to balance our chakra, because we have this gross body and we have the energy. Now emotion is what? Energy in motion. So we cannot have emotions blocked in our system, and that is when it gives us the illness. So you need to have this energy flowing in our system. So we have one very beautiful sound thing to do. Like you have this vowels, the vowels A, E, I, O, U. So you can just use that A, E, I, O, U and do this breathing technique. You can even do it in the morning, evening, or even when you're just sitting in your chair for some time. It really helps you to balance yourself. See, when you're stressed out, it's not necessarily say I'm stressed out. When you're stressed out, you need to go within and check what is happening to our system and bring it into balance. So you can use any technique for that, and get it back into balance. So that is what is needed to be done. So this AEIOU is a very nice thing to do. So what you do is, you just do, like you start from the bottom. A, so when you keep doing that, it comes from down and it just goes up to your crown chakra. So when you do that, it really brings back the balance into you. So the main aim when you are stressed out is to get back to balance. And you can get stressed in various ways. Your physical stress, emotional, mental, anything, any of these exercises will work to get back into that balance. So the aim of us is not to say, oh, I am stressed, and then just be with that, or go to things like having a cup of coffee, or any other things. It is just getting back into that balance. The moment you do all these, you are better off and you are able to go and you are able to do what you need better. So this is in our own balancing which we can do. So once you know it and once you keep practicing these techniques, see, when you're stressed out, you cannot do any of them. It's not in practice. So you should already be practicing this in your daily routine, like affirmations, mirror work, Ho'oponopono, breathing, connecting to your breath, and then your to-do list. You have to, whatever it is, you keep doing it every day. Then your stress. Then when you're really stressed out, when something is gone off, you know how to get back into track, and it's not going to really trouble you. So these are things which you can do to get back to work on your stresses. It's a very simple techniques I told you, and they will bring back balance in your life, and you are going to feel joyful. So once you are in joyful mood and once you are balanced, and you project the calmness in you. So you bring the best out of you. So that is when you connect to that the best within you, and you are able to bring it out. So it is all your own work, and not from the outside. Nothing. It's only you need to do it, and the more you do it, the more it is available. Now, of course, in this session I could only talk about it, but when we have longer sessions, we actually do all these processes, and there is more processes. There's meditation, and there is a lot of other processes which we will do it in an actual in a workshop kind of setting for about 2 to 3 hours. But this is just an intro, and where I just shared the techniques, and all these techniques are easy. You don't need any guidance, anything. You can do it yourself, and you are going to find results. And it's going to help you, and they are very easy. Even if you do one or two is good enough. You need to do all of them. If breathing suits you, do the breathing. If you like stretching, you do stretching. If you like to do the humming, you do the humming, or you can do the A I O U, that thing. You can do this V, ha, all that helps you to get back into balance and work on your stresses. So the moment your body gets back into balance, your body stops secreting the adrenal, and you have got the endorphins secreted. So you feel the feel good hormones in your system, and you can very quickly move from one base to another. So I am I thank you all. I hope you all enjoyed what I shared. Of course, this is my first experience in a Facebook live. So I hope I did my best. Whatever I could do, I have shared, and I'm sure you all enjoyed it. Thank you.